started, and already thousands of tickets are gone. The big challenge, though, may be finding and affording an airplane seat to watch the Warriors in their first ever BCS bowl game. Good evening. I'm Kim Janala. Keahi Tucker has the night off. Making it easy to get to the Big Easy, travel agencies have already put together packages to get Hawaii fans to the Sugar Bowl, but they are running out of supply to meet the huge demand for the UH Bowl game. KGMB9's Jim Mendoza joins us with our top story.
Thanks a lot, Kim. Boy, they had it busy today. What travel agents lack is a ton of airline seats because the Hawaii-Georgia Sugar Bowl is on New Year's Day.
When the Warriors cinched up a Sugar Bowl berth, fans went crazy. Now travel agents are feeling the frenzy.
We had over 1,500 lines on this list, and the average inquiries are between 4 and 6 people.
Panda Travel averaged 80 emails an hour this morning. UH fans lined up before the office opened looking for a travel package to and from the Sugar Bowl. That's airline, hotel, and game tickets included.
It's the Super Bowl for Hawaii. That's what I say. It's the Super Bowl.
We're trying to go to Vegas, and from Vegas we charter a flight to Orleans.
When Panda announced its $2,500 travel packages, people jumped at it.
My uncle from the Big Island called, my brother from the Big Island called. They all want to jump on the bandwagon, so, you know, we can't blame them. So we actually bought 100 tickets.
But once the deals are sold out, fans will have a hard time finding a flight.
It's peak travel time. We're in the middle of, Christmas, and then you're getting into the new year.
And travel agents are running out of specials. When they do, you will have to pay for the game, the flight, and the hotel one piece at a time.
So there's seats to be had out there, but they're very expensive seats.
A round-trip ticket could run you up to $1,400, add another $1,000 for a hotel. Plus, there's food and other expenses.
I don't know that they even have a concept of the cost.
So we're ready to go. You know, I'm ready to support those boys over there. I'm really excited.
Panda is trying to put together a charter flight for up to 300 fans. It could be the last bargain for Hawaii's big bowl game.
Lot of money. Vacations Hawaii was also putting a package deal together. And here's a warning now. Be on guard for phony sports package promoters. Travel agents say that they come out of the woodwork for these big games, so it's best to know the person that you're dealing with. Jim Mendoza, KGMB 9 News.
Thanks a lot, Jim. Speaking of tickets, 5,000 tickets gone and counting. That's how many Sugar Bowl tickets the University of Hawaii has already sold, and that's about a third of all the seats available for the BCS game. Warrior football season ticket holders get the first crack, with online sales starting yesterday at the Stan Sheriff Center box office and at noon today. But the general public has to wait 3 more days. Tickets are $125 to $145 each. One diehard fan bought an even dozen for friends and family.
It's one of the few years that we get to go someplace. Usually they just take whatever they can on the Sheridan Bowl, but now they're in the big stuff, so we're gonna have a nice trip in.
Again, there are still about 2/3 of those 17,500 tickets left. If you're not a season ticket holder, you get your first chance Thursday morning at 8 a.m. either online or at the Stan Sheriff box office.
Throws it, has it complete. 2, 1, touchdown, Hawaii! And he throws it, intercepted. Hawaii is going to go 12-0.
Following a WAC title and a perfect season, it's no wonder that the Warrior football team dominated the All-WAC honors today. No surprise here, the Player of the Year award goes to senior quarterback Colt Brennan. Colt led the WAC in every major passing statistical category and led the nation's #1 scoring team to a 12-0 record. But because of Colt's insistence to not be singled out, WAC Commissioner Carl Benson created a brand new award that recognizes an entire offensive unit. Brennan was joined by his entire receiving corps as the first ever recipients of the Offensive Unit of the Year.
There's 4 football games that I really was not the deciding factor in why we won. And it was more like Tyler Gronke, O-line, receivers. And, it's hard for me to sit here and accept an award when 4 of those victories we had in the WAC this year came from my other teammates. And I think it's really important that they get recognized just as much.
The Warrior offense had 5 members make the first team. No surprise here. Colt Brennan tops the list. Joining him, wide receivers Devon Bess and Ryan Grice-Mullen. The offensive line, always one of the best, featured John Estes and Hercules Satele. And on the second team, senior wide receiver Jason Rivers. On the much improved defensive side of the ball, the Warriors also featured 5 players on the first team. Defensive lineman David Vaikune led the WAC in sacks. Fellow D lineman Mike Lafaele also on the first team. Linebackers Solomon Elamimian and Adam Leonard and defensive back Myron Newberry round out the defense. Kicker Dan Kelly also making the first team. And also no surprises here. Coach Jones was named the WAC Coach of the Year. This is the second consecutive year that JJ has received that honor and the third time in his 9 years at Hawaii. With all the speculation about whether or not Cole Brennan will be invited to the Heisman ceremony this weekend, yesterday Coach Jones made a case for his guy by making a controversial statement about Heisman favorite Tim Tebow.
This kid is different. He's one of the great ones, and he's not a system quarterback like Tim Tebow.
Now, when you say a system quarterback like Tim Tebow, what do you mean by that, Jim?
Well, I mean that Tim Tebow in his system, you guys talk about Colt being a system quarterback. Colt can run any system. I'm not sure Tim Tebow could run our system.
And earlier today on College Game Day, JJ received some heat from analysts, and this morning he backed up his statements.
My point was my quarterback has been labeled a system player for 3 years. He's the best passer in college football history. And Tim Tebow's system is a college system. He's a great quarterback, probably win another national championship. He's competitive. He's all those things. But a lot of his stuff comes off little, dive fakes and all different kinds of things that he's not going to do in the National Football League. And I'm going to say it again and stand by what I said. My quarterback is the best college football player in America.